Good morning, everybody. Can you believe it? This is the last Friday assembly that we're going to have. It's not our last day this year, this teaching year, but it's the last Friday, isn't it? Because we're in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, and it is the last assembly of the year. And it's been a bit of a crazy year because we've not all been in school all of the time. Poor old year 6 again. I think they're up to 44 days. That they've had to be at home and do learning on top of everything else. So it's been a crazy year, but it's still been a really good one. Let me read an email to you that I got yesterday morning on Thursday. And it was from Miss Stokes. And you won't know Miss Stokes unless you're in year 2, because Miss Stokes is in our school on Tuesday and Wednesday just to help out with people who are a bit poorly. And she said, "Hello, Mr. Parker. I would like to take this opportunity to express to you my experience of working as a teacher in year 2 for the past 2 days. The class absolutely blew me away. Their maturity, respect and level of work has left me speechless. I was in awe of how fantastic each child was. In particular, one child wrote a letter to the England football team. We all know about that, we might chat about that later. And that made me emotional. I personally wanted to say how much I enjoyed your school and the class, and each and every child and staff member has made me feel very welcome." That was probably my best bit of the week when I read that, because somebody has taken the time after 2 days in our school at night to write that email about our school. So everyone should feel very, very proud. Okay, let's take ourselves back to September. We came in, didn't we, for a short while. And remember, when you came in September, when you started reception or year 5 or year 3, you hadn't been in school for a long time, since March, many of you. And we thought, how's it going to be? Are the children going to be nervous? Are they going to forget LIPA values? No, that wasn't the case at all. You were absolutely brilliant. And we worked hard until Christmas. And then Christmas, not everybody could come into school after Christmas until March. Then everyone came back in March and worked really, really hard to catch up on everything. You've had your school reports, and I've read lots of them, and I can imagine that there has been lots of very proud mums and dads reading them. I was walking at the front of school on Tuesday, and one of the mums wound the window down in the car and she said, "You have made me cry." And I thought, oops, what have I done? But it was the school report that was so nice for her 2 daughters. Last week, do you remember what I said to you? That question we asked at assembly: what are the 2 reasons why we appointed you, why you should get our job as a teacher? Well, I asked you to think about that in the week, didn't I? And this week we've said that a few times. So year 3, your new teacher is going to be Mr. Flanagan. He's going to be coming over. But what are the things that your teacher is going to remember you by? Next year, when they look back at their year 1 class and look back at you, what are they going to remember about you that you've done? I wonder what it's going to be. Because, like I said last week, teachers never forget. Listen, I told you last week, it's my 25th year in teaching, and you could say lots of children's names to me, and I could tell you about them. So you have made a big impression on your teachers, but what will they remember, especially about you? And also, something that we like to talk about at LIPA Primary School is the plan. What's your plan? I like plans. I like highlighters too. But I like plans. And what's your plan? Well, your plan should be, when you're finished not next Wednesday, to have a little rest. But maybe you're going to do some hard work over summer. I'm going to talk about that later, because I want to start again on my walls. I want to take all the work down and start afresh. I'll talk to you about that later. But what's your plan for September when you go in your new class? What's your plan for working hard and improving? What are the things that you're good at that you're going to get even better at? What are the things that you're thinking, this is really hard and I've got to be Captain Persistent? What are they? What are you going to improve? Because you know what? Your teachers already know. Because your teacher now has been talking to your teacher in September and telling them all about you, and telling them about Captain Persistent, Captain Imaginative, Captain Collaborative, Captain Discipline, and Captain Inquisitive, because they are our 5 captains who we really, really try to be. All right, let's do some shout-outs. Mrs. Lucas says, please could I nominate the whole of the Year 6 for their maturity earlier in the week and the resilience that they have shown during such a strange year. They've consistently been amazing role models in our school, but this year has really highlighted the wonderful people that they have grown into, and I fully endorse, agree, second, call it what you will. Because as I said to Year 6, didn't I? Came in your room and I said, look guys, I have got some rubbish news for you. And it was rubbish news, but you dealt with it. And we talked about a plan B, and we were all really proud of you. Miss Gall, thank you for your email. She says, please could Jasper and Jacob have a shout out, please, in Year 5 for their awesome contribution to the prop making for our Narnia play. And that's really important. Often Mark Featherstone-Whitty talks about this to me. He says the actors are important, the writers are important, but the plays wouldn't happen without the lighting engineers, and they wouldn't happen without the props. Sometimes those people are forgotten. Thank you, Miss Gall, for not forgetting them. Miss Atherton and Miss Farahy said, shout out for the whole of Year 4 for their endless dedication and enthusiasm towards our final project outcome of the year. Every child has worked tremendously hard to prepare and deliver the Shakespeare production, and we can't wait to share the film with everyone next week. Can't wait to see it. Mrs. Heaney, thank you. She said, please could you give a shout out to Cade and Ayan from the Philharmonic class. They have both been brilliant role models during the music classes and inspired the songs to make drawings. We showed these to Rachel in the music team, who was delighted to see them, and they're now on display in the music room. Well done, you two. And last of all, the admin team, so that's Miss Connolly, Miss McFerrin, Miss Beasley. They said, can we give a big shout out to Jacob, please, in Year 1 in the admin team? He's been really great going into class every morning. I mean, really resilient. We are really proud of him. Jacob in Year 1, well done. All right, we've definitely had birthdays this week. If it's you, stand up. I'll do the same. Well, I'll squat down so you can see me. And tell everybody what you got for your birthday. Tell them how old you are. And give them a clap. Here we go for the last time this year. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday if you've had a birthday this week. Happy birthday to you. And we don't need this hat until September. Okie dokie. There it is, the final one of the teaching year. Teachers, press pause and let them know who it is. Well done, everybody who got that. At the end of the day, come and show me. Okay. Oh, we've got maths questions. Here we go, the last ones. And again, they're all a bit about the summer holidays. So, get ready. Now, these are kind of all linked. So if you're in phase 3, don't kind of not listen until your question, because they kind of follow on. All right, phase 1, are you ready? Now, we're off for 6 weeks, aren't we? If we have four sunny days every week for the 6 weeks we are off, how many sunny days is that altogether? All right, have a think about that. Phase 2, if there were 13 boys in the Lamb Bananas class and they each had 2 ice creams over our summer holiday, 6 weeks, how many ice creams is that in total? And last question, if each of those ice creams cost £2.75, phase 3, what's the total expenditure? Off you go, see if you can work that out. Okay, 4 sunny days per week, 6 weeks, that's 24 sunny days. Hopefully we get more than that. Phase 2, 13 boys, 2 ice creams a week over 6 weeks, that's 156 ice creams. That's a lot. And phase 3, the expenditure for that at £2.75, you should have got £429 exactly. Speaking of maths, speaking of reading, time to press pause. Let me hear it. Well done, everybody. Well done for getting the 2 last ones of the year. Okay, jokes this week are from me. These are the ones that I found. Okay, you ready? When you look for something, why is it always in the last place that you look? Because when you find it, you stop looking. Think about that one. Think about it. What did the Dalmatians say after lunch? That hit the spot. What is worse than raining cats and dogs? Hailing taxis. That must really hurt. And last of all, how does the moon in the sky, how does the moon cut his hair? He clips it. Again, have a little think about that one. Okie dokie. Special award time. I want to give 3 special awards out. 2, first of all, Logan. Thank you for all your jokes. Now, I've had jokes off a lot of people, but every week Logan gives me high quality material that I use in this assembly. So, seeing as we're at the last assembly, thank you to Logan. Please come to my office and get a book and a special certificate. Thank you to Douglas. We're not doing poetry section this week. We will start it again in September. But a big thank you to Douglas, who has worked with me on the poetry section. Again, there's a little prize and a thank you waiting for you in my room. Please come and get it. And the third one is Julian, who, again, thank you for taking part in my assembly, all the origami work. There is a little prize for you and a thank you in my room. Logan, Douglas, Julian, come and get your prizes after the assembly. Okay, golden tickets. Okay, we've done them, we've spun the wheel. There is an email that your teachers have had. They will press pause in a minute, well, now really, and they will tell you who has got the golden tickets. Well done, those people. After the assembly, pop down, the door will be open, come and choose your books, and I think it's time that we got plenty more books. We did a big book order for September. Okay, people ask about the special guest. I've got lots of plans for special guests, but if there's anyone that you want in particular, let me know, and I will ask them. Okay, we've had lots of people this year, but we've had lots of people hadn't had a turn yet. So teachers, teaching assistants, if you've not had a turn yet, I may be hunting you down in September. And children, if there's anyone you think I should get on, let me know, and I will do that for September. All right, we've only got 2 gold medals this week. That's because we've got 2 staff who are leaving our school. So Miss Hatton and Miss McDermott, who have been absolutely fantastic for our school, are leaving our school to do different things. And they leave with all of our thanks for everything that they've done whilst they've been here. So I decided to give them the chance to choose the gold medals on there last week. So Miss Hatton said, please can we give it to Betty from Bertie class. Betty is a true captain persistent. She works hard at everything she does and never ever gives up. We are so proud of her amazing phonics work. Her blending skills blow us away. Not only this, but Betty is an excellent example of a good friend. She's kind, caring and happy to share things with anybody. Well done for making us smile. And Miss MacD, she said, I would like to award my final gold medal to Schwab in year 1 for being a role model. And she said, Schwab is considerate and knows how to offer help and kindness to those around him. What an important attribute. I totally agree. So those 2 children, please come and choose your gold medals. But I just want to give a last shout out to every child in our whole school from reception to year 6 for this year, for working incredibly hard and looking forward to September and all it's going to bring in your brand new class. I always give you a question at the end, and it's kind of not a question really. Do you remember me saying before that I'm taking all the work down, and thank you for it, by the way. I'm not going to throw it away, I'm going to put it in a file. So I'm going to take all the work down, the pictures, the maths, the poems, and I'm going to put it in a file and write 2020/21. I'm going to keep it, but that means I will have bare walls. Don't like bare walls. So please could I ask you over the summer to do me some work for your walls. It can be anything. Drawings, maths, stories, poems, artwork. I don't know, it can be totally anything. But I want to fill my walls up with work as quickly as possible. Okay, everyone, that's the last assembly. Maybe in September, we'll be doing assemblies in the hall. There's some of you in reception in year 1 who've probably never done that. older children, you will be able to remember that, and the really good fun, and we bring the children out to the front. Fingers crossed, let's hope we can do it. Okay, have a lovely Friday, everybody, and enjoy your last 3 days. Oh, one more thing. One last shout out. Miss Wright. She says, sorry if I'm too late. Just you're not. Can I give a shout out to Adam for being so kind and caring? This week, Adam has brought in some sausage sandwiches for the teachers' breakfast. He put a big smile on a lot of teachers' faces. Can I also give a shout out to Adav, please, she says. We've been writing letters to the England football team, and Adav showed so much compassion and understanding and was very passionate about ensuring that the team knew just how amazing they were. Okay, everyone, have a great week.